Hello friends, Namaste, good morning or good evening everyone. This is Lavanya Vishwanath from Australia. I'll be the host for this session with divine blessings of Dr. Brahmashi Subhash Patriji and Swarnamala Patriji. Let us start our today's session. I would like you to welcome back to the Divine Breath YouTube channel, Australia, initiative of Pyramid Spiritual Society movement. So our senior pyramid master, Prasanna Medisetti from Houston, started narrating this book called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle for more than 28 episodes. So let me just quickly give you a recap of our last session. So Prasanna Garu talked about a lot about ego. So in this book, so in our last session, Prasanna Garu talked that when ego arises, it will separate us from our consciousness, that is our awareness. So when any disaster happens, our ego collapses, and when this collapses, it creates a space to understand our true selves. And also we need to understand that suffering can be sacred, and journey of suffering will lead us to peace. So when we are in the light of this present moment, it dissolves everything. So with this, I would like to welcome Prasanna Garu. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lavanya. Finally, after going through so many scenarios of staying in the present moment, we come to the last session. And last session is talking about choosing. One is the cross. It is talking about the cross. And another one is choosing what we have to choose, or what is the power of choice. Okay. With these two, we will end, and we'll talk about what are our learnings, each of our learnings in the next session. Okay. I think 30th session, that is my perfect number. Okay. So before we go, let us see the cross. The cross means, whenever you see the cross, the Christian cross, that's remember, right? So it is representing, the cross is representing the suffering. That's what they say. Because once he put on the cross, once he was, what do you say? Not resurrection, right? What is the crucifixion? Then he came out, the resurrection. This is the suffering, that's how he came. But here, there are so many theories. If you see Bringers of the Dawn, there is a one theory why this happened. So many theories have happened, but one thing that is sure is, when that suffering happened, he says that what the people will say the spirituality is, he understands, he didn't feel the pain because he was separated from his body at that time. Okay, because the soul, when he himself was separated from the body, whatever the body it happens, it won't, it will not actually suffer. It is happening to the body, not to me, that kind of thing. So with that light and with that kind of thing, even we say that, right? Even what is that book recently completed? Peru book. What is the book name? Rajni Garu. You can remind me. Celestial Prophecy.
Yes.
In that also, celestial prophecy, they say we are the light beings. So at the end, when we are the light beings, when we are not attached to the body, then the Christ also comes back. This is the one spiritual theory. But what here they are saying is cross means, here what they're asking is, cross is, so it is a cross represents. There are many accounts, the people who says that God will happen only through deep suffering, because that is the Christian expression, the way of the cross, which I supposed to point the same. That's what he is saying. So in the Christian expression, they say suffering is possible, or suffering, you can get the enlightenment only through suffering. Okay. That's how it is happening. Is it true? That's what he's asking the Eckhart Tolle, right? Actually, through suffering it is not happening, or because of the suffering you are not enlightened anytime. Because Christ has crucified, because of that he didn't come back. Because he surrendered, he come back, we can say. He surrendered to whatever it happens, because he surrendered that it's not me, and surrendered. Because of that it happened. So through suffering one will not be able to see the realization, self-realization. So do not expect. Why actually, whenever I hear this statement, I always remember one of my friend, whenever I'm asking him to do the meditation, he said, "Oh, Prasanna, don't even say that. If I get a cancer, if something happened in my life, then I may come to the spirituality." Why we are actually inviting that kind of troubles? When we are actually, everything is good, when we are able to, when we are able to work good, when we are able to work and read and enjoy well, at that time itself, if you come to the spirituality and understand the way of living life, then you don't need to suffer, right? Why do we need to suffer? Basically, that itself is a problem. Suffering is not creating anything. Suffering is making you to surrender. That is where you are actually feeling that, oh, because of that you are able to do that. But suffering is not doing it. Suffering is making you to surrender yourself. That's where you are feeling that you got a self realization. Suffering is as a gateway. Suffering as a gateway. So when suffering comes, when you are passing through that gateway, then you are realizing it is not the path. Suffering is not the path. It is the gateway. When you are actually passing through that gateway, then many individuals are finding that their spiritual awakening is happening through that particular suffering, or through that deep suffering. But Eckhart Tolle is clearly saying that it is only leading to, it's not the suffering that is leading to the God, but it is surrendering that leads to the, that is compelling or leading to the God. Suffering involves resistance. Whenever you are resisting, that time the suffering involves. Flight against, so I don't fight against that particular suffering is the thing. That is, with your ego, you are actually suffering. But when the transformative shift is happening, that one reaches the total acceptance, total surrenderance, then only you are able to realize the God. Otherwise, you are not able to realize the God. I'll get you one example from Mahabharata, because you're all Hindus, and maybe I'm just assuming, if even if not. So there, if you see, right, the Vastrapaharanam in the Kurusabha, when it is happening, what happened actually? So Draupadi is, means the thing is about to start, and until then, even though the Krishna is there ready to help the Draupadi, but he didn't help until Draupadi asks for the help. When did Draupadi ask for the help? Can anyone tell when did she ask for the help? Initially she thought,
After
all my
she,
husbands are there, they can do something, isn't it?
yeah,
She depends on that her own thing. That's the kind of thing, right? So she depend on them. So she didn't ask. She didn't ask in the sense she didn't even get there that you need to surrender to the God. So
yeah,
when
she asked
they start,
Bhima, everybody, but
yeah,
not.
Bhima, everybody, for all these things, nobody is coming forward. Everybody she asked. But then she understood nobody is coming. Then she surrendered to the consciousness, supreme consciousness. When she surrendered, then immediately the help came. Isn't it?
Yes.
Similarly, in our life also, we thought that whenever the suffering comes, immediately the God, what can we do? What can we do? What is the next step? Like this, we'll go. Once you surrender to the God, that is the time. Once you surrender to that consciousness, that is the time that you will get help. That is the most important. It is not coming through suffering, it is coming through surrendering. Draupadi suffered even before. She asked everybody, but she got only help only when she surrendered, isn't it? That's the best classic example that all of us know. That's why I picked up that example. Even in your own lives, you can see. We will try to do as much as we want to do that, want to do this. When nothing happens, When we decided that there is nothing in our hands, okay, God, surrender. Because that time you feel that nothing is in your hands.
Another example is Gajendra Moksham. It went so long until he let go of everything. Then the Vishnu came. Once he surrendered.
So you are trying, we are trying, right? Gajendra Moksham, Draupadi case or anything, we are trying ourselves. We are not surrendering. Surrendering is the key. Here, surrendering to the present moment, surrendering to the time, surrendering to that consciousness is the key here. It is not the suffering. That is what he is trying to say. What is this kind, the nature of the surrender, how it is? If when we are not actually surrendering, what is that we have? Resistance. We have that resistance. Surrendering means it is a relinquishment of resistance. There is no more resistance. Fundamentally rooted in the mind. That resistance is there only here. It is in your mind only. Everything is in your mind only. The mind thrives on judgment, negativity, and identity, creating an illusionary self that distances one from being. So, mind is always, it is always judges, it is always looks for identity, it is always looking for the negativity, creating some illusionary effect, and it is distancing from the being in the sense it is distancing from who you are actually. True surrender dissolves dominance of the mind. True surrender dissolves the dominance of mind. So whenever you are truly surrendering, what will happen? Whenever you are truly surrender completely, God, it is in your hands, I can't do anything. You feel some stillness. From that stillness, you feel some peace. From that peace, you feel some joy. From that joy, the love evolves. That love is a sacred love, immeasurable by the formless, which cannot be named. Suppose, I'll give you another example. You people go to Tirumala and then so, okay, God, I need this, and they'll put all the things and they come back. Okay, now I put my wish there. Suppose some student went, let us take, he asked for, I want to get a seat in medicine or something, he asked for it. And after putting that wish, if he is not studying anything, will he get the seat? No. But once he went and put that wish there, then with that faith, with that surrender, he will study. What is that he loses here when he went and gave that wish to the God? He lost his fear. With the trust or a faith on God that he will do it. That is what is happening. But ultimately, who is doing? Who is Karta here? The student only. God is not coming and writing the exam. He is only doing the thing. But with that faith, with that surrenderance, he is able to do it. So when you are surrendering there, when you are surrendering to the something, then you are able to do that. Otherwise, you are not actually believing yourself there. Suppose if you see atheists, some of the things atheists that they talk, because I hear some atheists, because there is always like from this religion, that religion, and atheists, there's some discussions are going on, right? If you clearly see, there are so many points which are very much valid from the atheist also. Suppose they will say, if you can't believe on yourself, you go and believe somebody. Is it not true in all our cases? We are not able to recognize that supreme consciousness, that godliness is within us. We are separating the God separately and going to the Shirdi or going to the Tirumala, going to Kanakadurga, whatever it is. Each place we are going and we are putting duality, we are just putting it. We are putting all the faith over there, and then with that faith we are working. This is what is happening in all our in many cases. At least this is also a better case because you are just putting all your fears there and then you are working. If you put the everything over there, surrender, and if you are not working, nothing will happen. That we all of us know clearly. So ultimately, it is you yourself has to do that. But here through Eckhart Tolle, what he is saying is consciousness or the God. The third point comes to there, right? The third point is coming to the God is not a being. God is not a being. God is being. What is this controversy? God is not a being. God is a being, which means God is not something somewhere you need to search. I cannot go and say, oh, that picture, there is a Shiva and Parvati is there, so there is a God is there. So I cannot go and search there. That Shiva, Parvati, that Tattvam, that consciousness is there within you. That is what we have to understand. Being coming into the spirituality means that Tattva is there within you. In the previous point he said, right, when you completely surrender, you are actually coming to the stillness. From stillness, you are coming into the peace. From peace, you are coming to the joy. From joy, you are coming to the love. What is that? Is the godly love. So you have to go. We all have to go within ourselves and feel that sacred love. Once you started feeling that sacred love, many a times, many places, right? Many places when we go to some place, you may forget what they gave you on that day. Suppose I came to Lavanya's home tomorrow. Let us take. She may keep all her culinary skills and she may cook something. I may be enjoying that moment, but later what I will remember, or you all can do that also. You all can feel some incident, and what I will be remembering is how much love she showed while actually cooking or while serving. That means when she is doing it, how I feel it. I feel so much loved, isn't it? So that is the only thing that I will be remembering. I will not be remembering what exactly she cooked on that day. Do you agree, all of you? Some people, when you go to their home, they will give very expensive gifts to show off their wealth. To show off, not because of the love or anything. Sometimes you don't even feel like opening that kind of gifts if they have not given you with the out of love. Do you experience this kind of thing? Some people, when you go, they may not have anything, but they'll try to do, oh, let me cook that, let me cook this. With so much love, they'll try to offer you whatever they have. So this is the sacred love that we need to evoke within us. It is not about material things that you are going to go. How much love you are able, that love is a godliness. That love is a God. That love, that is the consciousness that you have within you. That's a God. That's a being. That's a being. Suppose if somebody comes to my home and because they were wealthy, rich or something, I'm expecting something from them if I'm treating well. And next day somebody came and whom I don't have any work with them, if I'm not treating them well, then that's not a godliness. That is again selfish. When I don't have anything, any interaction, any profit, when you come to my home, I don't have any profit. I'm just treating you as you are. That's it. Nothing. That's where the love comes. That's a sacred love. That is what we all need to invoke ourselves. That is what he is saying in the third point. God is not a being and God is a being. Eckhart Tolle moves beyond the traditional concept of God. God is not an external entity. God is not a being, but being itself, the very essence of existence. You are existing in this world. You came to this class because God is there within you. I came to this session. God is coming and teaching. You are coming and listening. God only coming and listening. There is nothing, nobody else. Every one of us is that God. That is what Patri sir always, my dear friends, my dear gods, why he told. This is what the entire concept. The idea of the finding God is misleading. God is never lost. You are not going to find the God. If he lost, you are going to go and find him, right? What was lost is, what is the lost? What are we searching? What did we lost? We lost our awareness. We lost our awareness that we are the gods and godliness is within us. That awareness we lose. That's where we have to, because there is a good crystal is there, out of which there is a lot of dust is there. Now our thing is to remove the dust, the crystal will shine, the diamond will shine. The diamond, where is that diamond? It's not somewhere. It's not in Tirumala, it's not in Shirdi. It is there within you. That diamond, you need to bring it out. That is what Eckhart Tolle is specifying us. The most astounding truth is not that one can become the conscious of God, but that we are already conscious of God. God is there within us and we have to bring them out. That is what here is saying. Then the way of cross is the old way of enlightenment. The way of cross means suffering is the thing awake. Suffering will awaken is the old way. The way of cross represents the path of awakening is through suffering. That is an old way. It is symbolizing the radical transformation. The worst experience becomes the best things that can ever happen. It forces you surrender. So do not ever expect, if I want to be know the God, if I want to be aware of in the present moment, don't expect more problems in your life. Start living in this awareness, start being in the awareness, then you feel so good. See, there are so many things, right? If you go to if you go and observe that little, these, what do you say, slum areas, you can see, suppose if when I went to Egypt, I think, Rajnikar is also with me. When I went to Egypt right after Corona. Just after Corona, I went. Okay. The guide who came to us, he speaks English. So during those Corona days, only that English speaking guides, only the ones, they got now and then jobs. Because nobody is moving out, right? Only now and then only they are getting the job, and all others like non-English speaking guides are not getting any work at all. Okay. And whenever this guy got a job, the entire colony celebrates, it seems. Because he used to get food for everybody. He is not a very old man or anything. He was much younger to me, and he had two kids, little kids. If you and I were there, whenever you get some job, some money, what you will do? Oh, I have a little kids, let me save money. Don't we feel that, to be frank? Because, oh, all these days my kids were starving, so I need to save money so that I can give more days. But he didn't do that. Whenever he get a job, some work, he used to give to everybody. Because all these days, all the people are not having the food. With that intention, whenever he is working with that intention, he used to get next work. So that is the godliness, right? It's not saving and giving our own kids is not the godliness. This is what we need to understand. This is what we need to follow in our life. It is a radical transformation, right? Whenever we are, which means he surrendered to that particular moment. Okay, today I got work. Let everybody be enjoy. Tomorrow the universe will give me some other work. That's a surrenderance. Through that surrenderance comes the kind of spiritual death, dissolving the ego and revealing the divine. So whenever you are surrendered that much, that's where you will dissolve your ego. Me, myself, my kids, that he dissolved. Similarly, we also will dissolve that kind of things and revealing the divine. God too is no thing. God is not a thing to be known. God is no thing. There is nothing. No thing. Pointing to the formless, infinite nature of the God. So God is formless, infinite nature of the God. How many of you visited Chidambaram? Anyone here? Raise your hand. Anyone visited Chidambaram? Nobody. Okay. It's not only here, even Chidambaram. Chidambar Rahasyam. Have you ever heard this thing? Chidambar Rahasyam. What is Chidambar Rahasyam? Do you know? That in that temple, that Chidambaram Gudi, if you go, there is nothing. In any other temple, you find some statue, Venkateshwara statue, Shivalinga or something, right? In that Chidambaram, in that particular room, there is nothing. Just the wall will be there. Because our people has to put something in that wall only, our people will keep some garland. But literally there is nothing. So they say this is the God. And when I went, the priest, because somebody referred me one priest and he explained me very well all the structures and everything, right? Then he said, because God is nothing, no thing. There is no God, you cannot find it outside. So to represent that, there is nothing in that room. God is not a thing to find out. God is there within you. That's a representation. Even in those days, long, long back, Chidambaram is a very long, old temple. In those days also it was given. So God is not a thing to find out. God is there within you. It is an infinite, formless nature. Collective awakening and role of suffering. What is a collective? For the majority of unconscious, because majority of the human beings are living in unconscious. Suffering only remains only the path of awakening. All of us, all of them are thinking only when suffering comes, it is a awakening is happening. Humanity's collective enlightenment is likely to be preceded by upheavals and pain. A process mirrored in an ancient spiritual text, that is book of Revelation. So the enlightenment is likely to precede upheavals and the pain and precede mirrored by the spiritual text. Here in that's what they say, when there is a lot of pain, then you will reveal it, you will be able to do that. That is why, if you remember right now everybody is reading the Bhagavad Gita. In my childhood I heard Bhagavad Gita only when somebody died. Do you have anybody having that experience? When somebody died, then they will put Bhagavad Gita there. It is not, Bhagavad Gita is not the thing that it has to be just kept at the death body. It is the thing that we need to read from the beginning. Morning I heard somewhere some podcast I'm hearing. I saw whenever some microwave, first time you got your microwave, what you do? What you will do? You will read all the manual, isn't it? You will read all the manual will be very small. Usually the manual will have very small letters. Do you notice it? So you need to keep your complete focus and read it. Then only, okay, do this. Then you will be understanding what switch is for what. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita is a life's manual. It will be difficult to study, to understand. But once you understand, once you try to follow, life will be easy. It's not, Bhagavad Gita is not at the time of death. It is only our life's manual. So it is not happening. With the suffering, it is not happening. Only because you are not reading the manual, what will happen? You may throw some of the, because you may lock your microwave, or you may do some mischievous things, mistakes. Then only you will be able to. God is in everything, everywhere, isn't it? Yes, that's what we are coming, Vara. That's what I'm explaining. Self-inclined suffering by the human ignorance and violence. We are all self-inclined suffering and human ignorance and violence. Earth's self-defense mechanism as a conscious, intelligent organism. These events of the universal laws in action catalyzing the growth of consciousness. So these are all the events that is happening is to have that conscious growth of the consciousness. They wanted to increase the consciousness. That is why there are so much suffering is happening. At least from the suffering, people may think, that's in an old way, people may come out of that suffering. Through that, whenever they pass that gateway, they may come to the awareness, they may become the enlightened. A new way of enlightenment, that's the old way, right? What is a new way of enlightenment? Now enlightenment is a choice. It's no more through the pain gate. It's a choice, conscious choice. We all in the Sunday morning, you would have you would have spent time in the bed for some more time. You would have gone out for some other party or some other thing you would have enjoyed, or you would have enjoyed like Saturday night, late night, and you may not wake up at all in the Sunday morning. But you, me, and everybody woke up and sat here to learn Eckhart Tolle's Power of Now because it's a conscious choice we all took it. Agree? Similarly, to become enlightened is the conscious choice we are taking here. We have 100 and other the n things to do it, but we came here to learn this because we took a conscious choice to learn. The new way involves letting go of the what is the new way that is involving. Let go of past and future. Don't worry about the past. Its past is gone. Future is not yet come. Live in that present moment. Live in this moment. Living in the now. Embrace everything every time. Say yes, whatever the universe gives, say yes and move on. This is the conscious choice, removes the need of pain. You don't ask for pain. Whatever it comes, just taking yes and going. Presence is an alternative to the time. Time is inseparable from the pain. Presence. Presence is an alternative to the time. If you take time, time is always with the pain. So take out the time, live in the present moment. Don't think yesterday and tomorrow. Just be in the present moment. How much more pain do you need before you say, I will create no more pain? How much pain you want it in your life? I don't want any more pain. I don't want to create any more pain. Do you want more pain to say that? You can say now itself, right? I don't want to create any more pain. You can take a choice and do it now. It is our responsibility to become aware, to become consciousness. It is our responsibility. If you think you need more time to get awakened, you need more time, that means you need more pain. Do you want it? Nobody wants pain. So let us take the oath that this moment we will be aware. We will live in the awareness. The message is loud and clear. Choose the presence now. Transcend suffering by no longer resisting the life. Transcend the suffering, no longer resistance by the life. What are the key themes here? Suffering means it's not a path. It is a force that compels the surrender. Surrender is a gateway of God realization. Mind versus being. The mind resists, being accepts. Remember, God is not a being. It is a formless, eternal, within. Everything is the God thing. Transformation. The worst suffering can make you to the great awakening. Collective awakening will likely arise when the mass suffering and upheaval. What is a new path? Awakening is a choice, not through a pain, but by choice, by choosing it. Presence. The timeless now is the doorway of the enlightenment. Time and pain is deeply connected. You cannot separate time from the pain. So so if you are in the time, you are unconscious. Be in the present moment. That is the way of cross, which is teaching you surrender, not suffering. Brings a spiritual awakening. It is inviting all of us to be in the present moment, sit in the present moment, that divine seat of present moment. Remove all your egoic resistance. While many still want to live in the pain, Eckhart Tolle is urging every one of us consciously choose the present moment, ending the cycle of suffering and stepping into the peace, joy, and divine stillness. That gives you the love, which is a sacred love that is there right now, right here. So that's where we all need to go. That's the last but one point. We are coming to the last point, the power to choose. We have a power to choose now. You want to choose suffering or you want to choose awakening. You want to choose time or you want to choose the present moment. If you choose the time, pain follows. If you choose the present moment, awakening follows. Which one you want to choose? So here he is asking, somebody is asking the question. My friend went into some deep, some bad relationships, and she's again going into such a kind of relationships, but she's not coming out of. Why all the things that this is a choice? Because people want known things. They say that known devil is better than unknown angel. We are in that era, right? So that's not, we are what do you say, we are scared of unknown things. We are scared to do the unknown things. Known things only we want to follow. That's where the problem comes. Misconception of the choice. People often say choose the suffering because this could be abusive relationships or anything, because this guy I know, right? So let me live with him. That's kind of thing, right? But choice implies awareness and consciousness. Do you choose that with consciousness and with awareness, or unconsciously, or with the fear you are choosing this? That is the one that you need to do. True choice can only exist when you are in the present moment and no longer ruled by your conditioned mind. Suppose if you're conditioned mind, right? So many people do not want to come out of the abusive relationship because their mind was conditioned. The society may judge. The people may say something if she could take a divorce. All these things are the conditioned mind. With this conditioned mind, are you living in the present relationship, or really do you take any conscious choice? Many people will give me, oh, because of the kids. Really? Tell me, if the kids are in that environment, when in the abusive relationships, if the kids are growing up, what kind of the kids you are raising? If your relationship is pretty good and if it is a smooth environment, I do understand that a kid needs both mother and a father. But if the relationship itself is an abuse, and if you are fighting for every nonsense things every day, if in that environment, if the kid is raising, what kind of kid you are raising? Is it a healthy kid you are going to raise? So this is not, this is only thing is with the fear of going out, with the fear of living separate. So with so many things, so many other things, you will say that, oh, just for the sake of kids, I'm living. It's not that. Actually, it's a fear. It's an unconscious decision. It is a fear of people will get judged. Because of all these things, people will stay back. If somebody goes, then the same people, oh, am I not living? Why she has to go back? Because the same people who doesn't have that courage will point the fingers out and will try to judge the other people. That's the unfortunate thing, that we are in that kind of society. Until one reaches the presence, their actions are compulsions, driven by past conditioning, not a conscious will at all. Without consciousness, you have no choice. Consciousness only you take a choice. Without consciousness, you are in illusions. You are in illusions. You are not in a consciousness. The illusion of free will in unconsciousness. The illusion in unconsciousness, you take that, oh, free will. Because of that, I'm here. When people act out of dysfunctional patterns, like choosing the abusive patterns, it's not a free will. It's a mind programming repeating itself. It's not a free will. Your mind is not saying. It is only the mind was programmed like, okay, it's a known thing, let me deal with it. Oh, that guy will be like that, let it be. So it is a known thing. Your mind was programmed that way. Because of that, you are actually accepting the abusive relationships. The ego mind clings to the familiar, even if it is a painful, because the unknown threatens the illusion of control. So the unknown is threatening you. That is why you want to be present in the same relationship. The present moment is feared by the mind, and because it cannot control it, hence present moment awareness is the key to the liberation. So you are not living in that present moment. Oh, past it has happened in that relationship, this abusive is thing, and now you attracted the same kind of abusive, another kind of abusive relationship. Now you are saying past also it happened, now also it is happening, let it be. So what is happening is you are getting aware of to stay in the present moment. At this moment, what do you want? What are your feelings? You are not actually thinking. You are thinking about the past and trying to analyze and be in that unfamiliar. So familiar abusive relationships, that is unconsciously you want to be in that particular kind of relationship. The present moment is feared by the mind because it cannot control it. Hence, present moment is staying in the present moment is nothing but the liberation. Conditioned patterns and the pain body. So in the pain body, unconscious behaviors may stem from past traumas. How they will come from the unconscious behaviors? Past traumas or learned associations. It could be love, abuse, deep-seated beliefs of unworthiness. People will feel, I'm unworthy, I'm a girl, I cannot do that, I'm this, I came from this, hail from this family, I don't have this background. So many things you wire. So many people will say, oh, yesterday or day before somebody came and she said, oh, my body is like, I became, I became, it is hard to reduce the fat. So I'm like that. So you are actually wiring yourself. I said, no, you're not, your body is not like, your mind is that. Because you are lazy to follow certain schedule for your food or for your thing. That is why you are giving, you are actually training your mind, oh, my body is like that. So you are giving an excuse, I can say you're giving an excuse. My body is like that. I'm a morning person, I'm an even a night person. So all these are all, you are actually giving all conditioning to your mind. No. Whenever you want to do seated beliefs, you come out of that. The pain body, the emotional energy field, feeling feeds on the suffering. The patterns attract complementary unconsciousness patterns in other abuser or a victim. Suppose if you go and talk to your parents or some, not all the parents, some of the people, if you talk, right, if they start say something, Amma, why do you need that? If you say that, why do you need that? Let them do. It is their matters. Why do you want it? If you say, then your parents won't agree. Why you are saying that? When I'm saying why you are not listening, because they want some kind of drama. Oh, is it? They told that. Oh, if you start inquiring some questions, then they will feel happy. Here, that judgment, that pain is the one that they are actually living on. They don't want to leave it. If I say that, why do you need it? If somebody is doing something, why do you need it? It is their choice. Let them do it. People are not actually leaving that. Because of that, they are actually suffering. Until the presence break, past runs, until you are coming to the present moment, it will always, your past is running the show, your life show. What creates our experience? What is creating our experience? Our situation is our self created. Whatever the situation you are thinking, this will happen, this will oh, my mother has a sugar, so I will get a sugar, I will become a diabetic. Oh, let me see, I told you one of my friend example, right? Her mom has a breast cancer. She, after 30, she always, they're trying, oh, I will get a cancer, I'll get a cancer. At some 48 or something, she got a cancer finally. Okay, because you always keep thinking you have created, she created that disease. That's what I'm saying. If nothing, so do not think that, oh, if something is happening, oh, you will be getting it. No, if you are not wiring your brain that way, you will not get it. It's a mental emotional pattern. If you are choosing it, you choose this, you reinforce your ego identification, you're identifying yourself with that. True healing comes witnessing in the mind. Witness your mind, what your mind is talking. Be separate and mind what it is saying. Not identify with it. Don't go. You are not your mind. You are not your ego. You are not your body. You are separate. Identify your mind, body, something like that. Then you will be able to realize. Then actually the true healing happens. Awakening is the beginning of true choice. Awakening is a choice. We need to choose it. Once a person becomes present moment, then disidentify those patterns. Once you come to that particular thing, disidentify. Okay, somebody said, oh, my mom has a thyroid, so I'll get thyroid. Now I know all these things. No, I'm not getting it. Disidentify yourself. That's what how you train, right? This is the moment of conscious living. Live in that conscious moment. Teach the present moment, not the blame. Awareness is the freedom. Once you are aware of these things, that is the freedom. Responsibility and compassion. Many people feel uncomfortable with the idea of choosing the dysfunction. No one chooses the dysfunction. Nobody wants to choose the dysfunction. But Eckhart Tolle says, through people lack of awareness, they are still responsible for their consequences of their unconsciousness. In the unconsciousness, you are actually believing. Even when you are doing some mistake, right? Unconsciously, oh, this is my karma, it will come back. Everybody knows. Those who are doing murder also he knows, but at that moment he is not able. So he is again believing that. Whereas a soldier, when he's killing the other, when he's killing the other soldier or other person at the border, he will not have the he will not feel that this is the karma. It will not come back because he know that he is doing his duty. He pretty much knew he is doing his duty, is conscious, and he will not think that it will come to him. That's why the karma never comes to him. But similarly, will you say that, oh, when people are doing the murder and if he thinks that this is not a murder, then will no, because whenever you are doing such kind of things, you're conscious, you are unconscious. If you are a conscious being, you will not do that murder. Whereas soldier will do the murder, will kill the other person when he's conscious. Here, when you're conscious, you will not kill the other person. You know, because what is the right thing. Because you are not in the present moment, you are not conscious, that's why you are doing that kind of things. These consequences, pain, conflict, fear, serves a purpose to eventually awaken them. Once you understand this, you move from the judgment to compassion. You move from judgment to compassion. How can you resent someone's illness? The only appropriate response is compassion. Through compassion. So the role of suffering, how it is. Suffering is a great awakener when presence is absence. When you are not in the present moment, when suffering is coming, then it will awaken you. If you are actually in that and try to do that. Pain builds up until it forces one breaks through unconsciousness. It is coming, a pain is coming to break through the unconsciousness. You are unconscious, it is breaking through, it is coming. But if you cultivate presence moment, suffering is no longer needed. It is no longer needed as a teacher. Suffering is not no longer needed as a teacher if you know exactly. Forgiveness and the power of no. Like a choice, true forgiveness is only possible when you are fully present. True forgiveness, when it will happen? When it is fully present. So somebody did something to me, I will say, oh, today I taught power of no, so I should not be saying anything. I just excused. I think in my mind many a times. I excused. Whenever if I excused, what should happen? That thing again should not come. Whenever I'm talking to some other person, oh, do you know that girl did something like this, which means I have not excused that girl completely. If I excused, that will not come to my mind at all. If I don't excuse only, it will come. Remember that. Because you are identify yourself with the past. There is a resentment, there is a guilt, there is some anger, it's remaining there. So if you completely forgive, all those things will not be there. That situation won't come to your mind at all. If it is coming, you didn't excuse. Remember. Presence renders the past present moment. Whenever you are in the present moment, the past will become powerless. You won't even care. Forgiveness becomes unnecessary. Forgiveness becomes unnecessary. So you feel that, okay, whether you forgive or not, I just forget it. You forget it. Sometimes you forgive, but you won't forget. That's not a thing. When you forget, you don't need to forgive. You realize nothing could touch the true essence. When you feel that you are the true essence, you are the true essence of the consciousness, nothing can touch you. That's where you should become. So this kind of surrenderness will awaken you. When you surrender, you are fully in the present moment. You no longer seek explanations, validations, or outcomes. You don't need anything. You no longer asking how to surrender. You simply surrender. That's it. You no longer will ask. When you no longer need to ask the question, then that is a surrenderess. So choice here, the only choice that you have is being in the present moment, choosing the awareness. What is unconsciousness? Repeated old patterns. No real freedom is unconsciousness. Pain body. It seeks always the pain, feeds emotional drama. So to come out of it. So be in the present moment. That is the only space where you can transform your life. Be compassionate. Compassion arises when you recognize unconsciousness as an illness. When you are in the unconsciousness, that means you are ill. Recognize that. Forgiveness happens naturally when you lose the power of past. Surrender happens when you let go of it, let go of any moment, let go of the control. Then surrender will happen. It's a mental noise. Awakening, the shift from being mind identified to being present. From mind identified to the present moment when you came, that's where the true awakening is happening. So, what are the practical takeaways? Don't judge unconscious behavior. Do not judge unconscious behavior. Teach the presence instead. Choice and responsibility begin when you start living in this moment. Show others how to witness your mind without identifying with it. Cultivate inner body awareness to access the power of present moment. Forgive by dissolving the past to present moment. Let go of needing to fix the others. Do not fix others. Let go of the need to fix others. Be demonstration of awareness instead. Ask yourself, am I fully here? Am I fully, completely here in this moment? Yes? Are you fully here in this session? Are you not, did you not go anywhere? Then you are here. I send you one small pictorial representation also. Lavanya will share you that small flowchart kind of thing, right? Power of choice, what it is. What about all people who choose the pain? First question, what about all people who choose the pain? Because their choice requires awareness. They want pain to come, then only they can choose the awareness. Conditioned mind resists unknown, so they are choosing that pain. Repeated old patterns, old abuses or unworthiness acts out compassion, that's the pain body. Or otherwise, presence breaks identification with the mind, because when you're not choosing that pain, conscious dissolved patterns awakens the power of choice. So in both the ways where you come, it leads to the breaking your unconsciousness, compassion for the unconsciousness. True forgiveness happen in in the present moment only. With that, I close the power of now, the topic. So ultimately, the only solution to go into the awakening, it's not the staying in the praying, or it is not doing the vratas or pujas or anything. Awaken the consciousness, godly consciousness within you. Whenever you awaken the godly consciousness within you, that consciousness, that godliness will be able to see the God in every one of you. Whenever you are able to see God in every one others, that pure love evolves. When that pure love evolves, you will not feel any burden. You feel simply that guide story, whatever I told, right? You will simply just, we are all unconditioned mind. I'm just observing, like last 7 days, I'm observing so many things, because when death happened, you will be able to see so much of ritual, so much of the things, right? Last Saturday, not last Sunday, there's a death happened in my family. My mother-in-law passed away. Okay. So from that moment, I'm observing how conditioned things are happening, how the people are judging, what are the things are happening, right? It all depends, because I'm just observing my mind and observing the other people's mind, how actually the things are happening, because each person taking the death and each kind of the death is different. Suppose here I'm able to come and see, able to deliver the lecture, because that death is not a painful for me. Not only for me, even for everybody in the family, it's not a painful, not much painful, because she's already suffering. She's already suffering. We prayed for her release from the body. When we prayed for the release from the body, then you will not feel suffer, right? You feel, okay, now the God has taken away, so she released from the pain. I would say she's in a better place now. That's what I feel personally. So, but here our conditioned society, conditioned things, oh, you didn't go to India. Why you didn't go to India? What happened? I have so many other things. Immediately, I didn't get a ticket. I got a ticket only up to Dubai. So there is I don't know whether I'll be able to get if there are 2 and 3 tickets are there, because if I go, my son has to go. 3 tickets, less chances to get another ticket to India. So who is important? My husband is important. So I asked him to go, then we can see. But after he go, okay, there's no, because anyway, the body, she's not there even in the body, so no need to come. That too, I had a very good experience. The moment she left the body, the next moment she wakes me up here. That is at 3:01 in the morning. Exactly, I saw the time and I asked them what exactly time that she passed away. So I could feel that presence of the soul presence whenever you are thing, right? So you need not go. You need not go and see that particular person over there. Then in the next day meditation also, I would feel her presence, see the things, right? When all these things are happening, then you need not. But the people, but still people will feel that, oh, you need to do that ritual, you didn't do that thing, right? These are all the kind. Why I'm bringing up all the things is not, I'm not actually what do you say, finding fault with others, but I'm saying we are all living in unconsciously we are all living, because those days they would have kept some rituals for something. I always say the rituals are not bad, but the rituals are good that point in time, I can say. They are good that point in time. The all our elders, they kept it for something, right? For some, what do you say? So, some unity of the family or something. They kept it. I always dig for any ritual. I always dig into the thing. Why this happened? Why we have to do that thing? What is the scientific reason that they would have kept? Because our parents could not explain. There are some of the things. Suppose, let us take the girl mature function. People will do in those days, the people will used to do, because that I'm taking because you all can relate easily, right? Why they did it in those days? Because once the girl got matured, she's ready to marry, and everybody, they can say, they can invite, okay, my girl is ready for the marriage. How do they say? Because they will do some function so that all people will get to know in that village that this girl is ready for the marriage. But now also in United States also, forget about India, in US and other countries also, people do all that kind of ritual, saying that now it is not the ritual, it's not about science, the people, it is about doing some function. That's what I felt it. So we need to come out of there, what things that we need to do, what things we could not. So, and the God itself is within us, means God is there in every one of you. Then that unconsciousness living, we should come out of it. We have to become conscious of that being. Once you become that conscious of that being, everything you will be able to see in a very different way. In a very different way. What I did is like, because my mother-in-law was 86 now, at the 84 or 83, something like that, when I went, I saw her. By that time, she's trembling. That time, like, there is something there. I just Googled what we can do at that age, right? There is a function called, what is that? Sahasra Chandra Darshanam. Because when you are becoming 82 and a half years old, that time you would have seen like 1,000 Paurnamis, it seems. Okay, that's the occasion that you can celebrate. So I pulled up that occasion and I did means it's a very grand kind of celebration, her life celebration kind of thing. I did it, and everybody, all sons, daughters, and grandkids, everybody do the Pada Puja kind of thing. They did it. Everyone that she encountered, 50 years she lived in that same town. So we invited everybody. We celebrated her life like anything, because that's a way of celebration that she feels so happy that immediately she told, even if tomorrow I go, I don't have any problem. Means that's the kind of satisfaction she get it. After that, like last month, she went to ICU. She said, Prasanna, you don't need to come. Your kids are there, they won't come, so take care of them, their schools and all will get affected. So if God takes me away, it's okay, because I lived my life. That's the kind of thing. I think couple of classes back I told about her in the session also, right? So that's kind of the nature that she was in. So even because I didn't feel, I'm not also feeling bad that I didn't go, because that's how she trained us. When she's there, we enjoy it. When she's gone, still we enjoy her blessings kind of thing, right? So we have to see that love, that kind of love in everyone, not just in her or not just in anybody, right? So at the end, I thank each one of you to make me to teach this book again, because this time whenever I'm teaching, not only I just taught, but I experienced each and everything in that week, in that moment. It's a kind of a grand finale kind of thing, right? So I experienced even the death, how the things are happening, how I can stay in that present moment. All this experience also, it's a profound experience. I really, really thank you all. Thank you so much. Now I leave to, if time is up, we can talk next week, or if you want to tell anything, yeah, open to you. Thank you, Vara. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Prasanna. I feel, I don't know, I'm becoming emotional. And the knowledge I'm getting, it's priceless.
Thank you, Annie. Thank you. Yeah,
Thanks.
even I felt the same.
Yeah. I just thank the universe for everything we are getting. We are so fortunate people. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Rajni ma'am. Madhu ma'am, thank you for all your time and profound knowledge that you have shared with us. Very much appreciated. Thank you, Madhu ma'am. Thank you, Chandana. Chandana left my messages. Thank you so much, Prasanna ma'am. Wonderful session. Lots of knowledge. Yeah. Thank you so much, Prasanna garu. I mean, it's really what I should say, like, it's a blessing for us to have you in our sessions, because your commitment, it makes us, because we all see how your dedication is, and even upon your, your challenges, you come up and you show us that we should live up to our promises when we are committed to something. So we can see your commitment and the way you express, the narrate this book. We are deeply touched by the way you taught us, and you implement that in your day-to-day, and you share those with us so that we could correlate and understand very well, Prasanna garu. Yeah, it means a lot for us, and we really look forward every time. Your sessions are so impacting, not only me, but all our friends over here, I think. Yeah.
Thank you, Lavanya. Same here. I always say, as every time I say, right, there is some good knowledge, good vibe with your group itself. I enjoy that. Because of that only, the sessions are coming good. That much I can say.
Any other thing to share, friends? If you want, you can unmute yourself and you can share your express. You can, whatever you feel like. Yeah. And some of your sessions, it makes us feel speechless as well. So much to take in and can't express in a proper way. That's what I could feel. Yeah.
Yeah, I thank, like, because teaching was always my passion. I don't know, but that passion was moved from computer science to Telugu to spiritual science. Maybe this is an ultimate thing. That's why the passion was kept within me to teach the different things. I was fortunate, definitely, to teach this book again. I feel so connected, so blessed. So that bliss is there with me, along with you all. MS, I'm missing your questions. No questions today. No, I'm not joking, because your questions are always like thought-provoking, and it made me to think. And sometimes the answers flows just like that through me. I feel like, okay, universe is answering, not me. That kind of feeling, right? That kind of surrender feeling, it comes whenever some critical questions came from this group. Yeah, we have another session that I just want all of you to reflect, because I'm giving my reflections almost like every week, whatever it happened, how I feel, like last week's session, how this week I related, all the things I'm just giving you, right? Likewise, you also might be feeling some of the points. You may not connect all the points, but definitely each one of you must have this point I have connected so much, right? So whatever the point you connected, how do you feel? So if you can reflect, that gives like more encouragement and more strength to give, to read more books and to explain you more.
This living in present moment is like yeah, and I surrender. And I heard this in another class also. It's like you can take this Krishna Leelas as he can suffer, but he took that as a Leela. He lived in the present moment, right? All the childhood being born in the jail and then separated from the parents and go, and the mama wanted to kill him, so many people came and gave a lot of troubles, but he enjoyed everything.
Yeah. Somebody is asking for the tips. Definitely, I'll get it next week. Next week, after listening all your what do you say, your learnings, I'll say some of the tips that I follow.
But surrendering, if you surrender and just connect to yourself, I'm also trying to practice that. Like, how am I feeling right now? Where am I? Am I in the current moment, or am I in the past or future? So
No,
that
one simple example I'll tell you, right? Not that past or present or anything. Let us take today, because I usually post whatever the book I read, I post on my Facebook, because so that people will read. I posted some of the pictures that I took yesterday because my daughter came from Phoenix. So we all went out for a lunch and we clicked a couple of pictures and I attached them and posted it. That's the thing. Okay. One friend immediately, I know her sarcasm basically. Immediately she asked, how does your shopping went? That's a question she posted to me. Because my daughter came, today, this month is my official birthday, not my birthday month, official birthday month. So there in the Canada card, there is a birthday month, you will get 50% off on one item. Okay. So she took me over there because if I am there, if my ID is there, then they'll give one item 50%. So we went and took 50% off. My friend mind, within her mind is, oh, this is a mourning period that you need to mourn. But you are actually going and shopping. That she wanted to point out. Okay. So immediately she wrote, oh, Prasanna, how is your shopping went? In 1 minute, I didn't understand what she's asking. The second moment, oh, today I posted the pictures yesterday, right? Because there is some green grass, which I liked it. I asked my daughter, can you take a picture here? Because I like that nature thing, right? That thing. So
I
she took
saw
a
that.
picture.
Yeah.
Well, there are two bags of Kendra Scott in my hand, which represents I'm doing some shopping, right? So she's sarcastically she posted that she messaged me. So immediately you'll get an angry, definitely, right? Whenever you understand that, then at that moment I thought, am I in the present moment? Am I able to see the God in her? Am I able to be consciously replying or unconsciously replying? This is the questions that I immediately it came to my mind, because in next 1 hour I'm going to talk about power of now, how I am actually going to do it. Then I asked, what are you asking? I'm not getting what you are asking. If you see my picture in the Facebook, my daughter came, she used my birthday discount. So do you have any other question? I asked. Then she said, no. She stopped it because consciously I didn't go, I beat around the bush. I just gave a straight answer. I went to the shopping because of this reason. I didn't know what shopping you are talking about. If you are talking about this is the reason. Do you want anything more? That's it. I stopped it because if I go my mind beyond, what will happen is in the past, what she have done, well, it will dwell into the things. Do not go there. Just right there, answer it, stop it. Don't wire your mind. I stopped my mind. If I am not, because I didn't go anywhere beyond that. That's why I'm not giving any more reasons, because I let my mind do not go before that. If
Yeah,
I
very
let
good.
my go before that, then all the wiring will happen. And then I will not able to excuse. My answer will be very harsh. Why do I need it? Whether whatever the way she asked, I gave my answers, keep quiet. I am not hiding. I went, my kids came, I went out for a lunch. In this period, I am not hiding. I don't want to hide also. I don't want to show that, oh, I'm in a sad moment and while I'm actually not in that sad moment, right? I prayed God, like last 3 months also, I prayed God, please take off her suffering. I only prayed. Then why I will be mourning it? Her soul will be happy. That's what we have to, every time, Andy, every time, whether you are actually answering with the conscious mind or unconscious mind, that is the only thing that you need to do it. Conscious mind, if you just answer to the point and come out of it. If you start going to the unconscious mind, that's where you will stop. You will start. People want, I told you, right? People want all drama. Yesterday somebody called, oh, you didn't come to India. All these people, all her daughters will take everything. Nothing will be there. Okay, let them take it. What will happen? Let them take it. What is there? Whatever it is there, let them take it. Because consciously should be there. Unconsciously, oh, they want drama. They didn't like my answer. What is the response that, oh, you guys are in America, you don't care all this money. Immediately that answer is the one. Okay, they want some kind of drama. If you are not giving a scope for drama, they don't like you, but it's okay, just leave it. Whether you are in the conscious mind or unconscious, these are the things you will face it when there is a death happened. You can see, right? The first time the death I have seen at the age of 22, I think, one of my friends, she's 31 years old. She's working in a bank and she committed suicide in front of me. I saw the body and I had to take care of so many things for her. That awakens me a lot actually, because after that I was the one who, because in those days, right, there is a ding 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 phone, not this one. So I have to see the numbers and then call. Not the We don't have any mobiles and all. So I took the numbers and I called everybody. This is what happened. This is what happened, and all of them came. And that day, so much drama. All the thing happened. Next day, that 11 days, I have seen all the drama that they have been. That's where actually so much realization happened to me. Like, nobody, for the sake of anyone, one should not die. I faced so many difficulties after that. Suicide, death never comes to my mind after seeing that. I stayed strong every moment because everybody talk ill about her. I know how nice she is. Because being too nice, she couldn't able to survive in this world. She went, but everyone blamed her so much. Her daughter is the one that I raised, means I took the responsibility. I went to the court and I won her custody, and then now she's in US, of course. Yeah, I did all that thing because that impacted me. That is the first incident. Maybe that's the pain I went through as a gateway. As today I'm saying, that awakening happened that time itself. But slowly, that awakening is increasing day by day, I can say. That's a selfless, right? If I'm raising my own biological kids, that's my duty. Because who asked? I only bring them to this world, so I have to do it. But whatever I did for that girl is the one that's giving me lot of, what do you say, lot of satisfaction. That selfless love is always give you a lot of satisfaction. That's experience. That giving is the one which give you a lot of happiness.
Yes.
Oh, it's almost 5:30. Maybe I don't want to extend because these people in the morning time, right? Who Australia people. So we will discuss in detail in the next session before we completely close the chapter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Prasanna Garu, as always. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhvi. All of you come prepared to talk next class. We all can discuss. It's not only you talking. We can always discuss. You come up, MS, next class. What book you wanted to listen? Power of Now I suggested last time, I think, but yeah, you come up, let us see how it goes. Maybe I need like a few weekends because the people who are in the US, because half of the family is here, not everybody could go. We wanted to have a gathering and celebrate her life once my husband is back. So may not be in July further, but next week I'll be here because next week he's not coming. The following 2 weeks I may take off. We'll see. Next week we'll discuss. That is the thing that I learned, Varagaru, that these challenges, these hard times will always comes. But whenever I am actually doing this book or whenever I'm explaining this, not only imparting knowledge to you, but I'm actually learning. Like Gandhi said, right? Whenever somebody asked like Bellam తింటే మాన్పించమని ఒక పిల్లని తీసుకెళ్తే come take him after 20 days, he said. In these 20 days, he stopped eating. And then he told, okay, it's not good, don't eat. It's like that. Whenever I'm teaching you, I feel like I need to follow first. So you're all inspired. That's why I gave you a big namaste to you, because of you, I learned this book again. While learning, every minute I try to be in that power of present moment. Every moment I try to be like participate in that, live up to that book knowledge. I tried. I'm not saying 100% I lived, but I tried. I will keep trying.
Thank you so much, Prasanna garu. Yeah, I mean, today I can't express much. I am so much in. I don't know how to put it across as well, because that's what, like, as Swara sir did mention, that despite of fear, challenges, it's not easy. So when I see that your way of commitment, today I'm speechless to talk anything else. Yeah.
Thank you all. See you all next week. Come up. We'll have good discussion.
Thank you, Prasanna garu, and
Okay,
hope
Lavanya.
our prayers are with your family.
Thank you so much. See you all.